This sutra, Yoga Sutra 1 by 33, is one of the most important sutra in our life. Very, very beautiful sutra. I've already explained this sutra earlier, but some more information in this sutra we must try to understand. Vyas Muni writes, Tatra sarva pranishu sukha sambhoga panneshu maitrim bhavayit. The sutra written by Patanjali Muni originally is Maitri Karuna Mudito Pekshanam Sukha Dukha Punya Apunya Vishayanam Bhavanatas Chitta Prasadanam. Chitta Prasadanam means the prasannata of our chitta. Our mind has to become prasanna, has to become happy. If your mind becomes happy, you will be able to focus on Paramatma. You will be able to focus on your meditation. जब मेडिटेशन करते हैं we will be able to have ध्यान. Otherwise what happens, our ध्यान is always wavering. There is no ekagrata in our meditation, right? So Maharishi Patanjali is giving a very, very beautiful step for achieving that. So the first point is Tatra sarva pranishu sukha sambhoga panneshu maitrim bhavayet. Sukha sambhoga panneshu means Maharishi Patanjali says whoever is happy, or Maharishi Vyasmuni also says the same thing, whoever is happy, you must make friendship with him. But how do you know somebody is happy or sad? That's the most important point here. By seeing a person, can you identify whether he is sad or happy, whether he is in pain or whether he is suffering or whether he is in, atyanta sukh or dukh? You cannot know by by seeing a person, right? So for that reason only here Maharishi Vyas is mentioning sukha sambhoga. If somebody is having the facilities to attain sukh, if somebody is a rich person, somebody has got his own house, own bangla, car, wealth, money, like a Mukesh Ambani, for example, Mukesh Ambani. Sorry, my background will have a lot of noise. I'm in my Acharyaji's ashram. There are some preparations going on here. So Maharishi Vyas says if somebody is having sukh ka sadhan, if somebody is having money, is having property, is having bangla, is having a lot of money in the bank, healthy, wealthy person, then Maharishi Vyas says if he has sukha sadhan, maybe he is not really sukhi. We do not know if Mukesh Ambani is really sukh or in dukh. But in the bhavana, if you know a person who has all the facilities to attain sukh, what you must do? You must have Maitri Bhavana. Maitri Bhavana means you must have the Bhavana of a friend, Bhavana of friendship within yourself. If you do not have Bhavana of a friendship with a person who is happy or with a person who is having facilities to be happy, then you will start becoming jealous of him. If you do not have friendship bhavana with rich people have got all the sadhanas, all the sadhans with them, right? So if you do not have Maitri Bhavana with them, Bhavana, you don't need to establish friendship with them. That is not the Upadesh here. If possible, establish friendship, but otherwise, somebody is there far away from us, we hear about them only in the news. Then what we must do? We must have friendship Bhavana in our mind. Otherwise, you will start having jealousy inside you. If you are having jealousy by seeing others, then you can never have focus in your meditation, in your sadhana. This is the advice of Maharishi Patanjali and Maharishi Vyas. Next is Dukkha Teshu Karunam. Similarly, you cannot find out whether a person is in Dukkha or Sukh. Same applicable for Sukh also, same applicable for Dukh also. By seeing a person, can you find out if he is in Dukh? You cannot mostly. Of course, if somebody is in the roadside, somebody is taking, beek mang raha hai, is begging for money, begging for food, definitely you can understand he is in Dukh. But you cannot in a normal, like, where you are moving with your colleagues in the office, you are talking to them, or you are talking to some customers in the business or suppliers, you cannot know that whether he or she is happy or sad, right? So in that case, what you must do, when you know that somebody is having less facilities, somebody is having less money or no money, somebody is suffering for food, somebody is suffering for, suffering with pain, suffering with the diseases, when you know that they do not have facilities for becoming sukh, that means they are in dukh. When you understand that they are in dukh, then what we must do, we must do karuna, we must have mercy, daya bhava inside us. We must establish daya bhavana within us. If you do not establish daya bhavana, what will happen? You may try to ignore them, you may try to run away from them, you may try to develop dvesh bhavana from them by seeing a beggar on the road. Of course, you may not be in a position to help him, but you may be in a position to do karuna by your heart, by your mind. That's what bhavana, the word bhavana is very important in the sutra. The sutra says bhavanat chitta prasadanam. In the bhavana means in your mind, in the bhavana stir, in your feelings, in your emotions, you can establish daya bhavana towards them. If you do not establish daya with a person who is not having facilities, who is poor, who is diseased, who is in pain, who is in suffering, you will try to run away from them, or you will try to develop dvesh bhavana. That will not allow you to focus on your meditation. So dukkhateshu karunam, by having karuna, by having karuna means mercy, desire to help. Like a beggar is there, you are going in the bus, suddenly you see somebody begging for money, begging for food, he is very hungry. You cannot stop the bus or train and go and help him, but at least you can have daya bhavana inside. You can pray to Paramatma to give him sukh, right? This is daya bhavana. If possible, help him or her. If possible, extend, buy one time meal and give to them, that's not a problem. But if it's not possible, then at least you must have daya bhavana inside you. This is the second point. With the person who is in sukh, you must establish friendship in bhavana, in the feeling level, or if possible, you establish friendship. And if the person is in dukh, try to establish, try to bring karuna, try to bring daya inside you. This is the second point. Third point is punya atmakeshu muditam. Punya atma. If you know somebody is a punya atma, somebody is in Vedic marg, somebody is helping others, somebody is like Maharishi somebody like Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati or my Acharya ji or other Acharyas who are spreading dharma to people, who are donating the knowledge to people, or somebody who is donating everything to other people. If you know some punya atma, some ahimsavadi, somebody who is saving cows, somebody who is saving the other animals from getting cut, somebody who is promoting ahimsa, etc., dharma atma, punya atma, if you know somebody, then muditam. Then what here the sutra says, muditam. Muditam means you must get anand by seeing them. You must get anand by thinking about them. You must, of course, if possible, you can express your sukh and anand to them. But otherwise, in the bhavana, in your emotional level, in your mind level, in your heart level, you must express anand within yourself. You should not become jealous. If I am able to do some punya karya, for example, and you see me from a distance, you are unable to speak to me, or you are doing some punya karya, I am not able to see you. I mean, I'm able to see you, but I am not able to establish contact with you. But in my mind, I should feel good for you. Similarly, in your mind, you should feel good about me. This is the third. What will happen then? Then Patanjali Muni says, Bhavanata chitta prasadanam. Your chitta, your mind will become peace. Your mind will become stabilized. You will be at peace. When you are at peace, you will be able to do sadhana properly. You will be able to focus on Paramatma properly when you do meditation. So this is the third one. The fourth one is apunya shileshu upeksham. Apunyashil upeksham, very, very important. A person who is a apunya atma, who is a adharmi, You know somebody is a adharmi, he is a killer, he is a murderer, he is a rapist, etc., etc., etc. Even if that a person who is a apunya atma, adharma atma, then also, then what you must do? You must do upeksha, you must ignore. Ignore means what here? See, for example, a gunda is there in your area. You are living in a area. There is a councillor or a MLA, and he comes to your house suddenly, or he comes to your area, and suddenly he comes to your house to take water, and you know he is a murderer, he is a rapist, he is whatever it is, a culprit guy. Then what you must do? Here Maharishi Vyas Muni says upeksha. You cannot ignore. If a gunda comes to your house, can you ignore him? It's impossible. In that case, what you must do? In your mind you must ignore him, but in the physical level, of course, if he is asking water from you, counselor is coming, is a bad person, you know it, he comes to you and ask water, you cannot ignore, say that I cannot give you water, right? Give him water, say him hello, namaste, whatever you have to do, formality do, but in your bhavana you must ignore. But you must ignore him without dvesh bhavana. The problem is, none of us, most of us, 99% of us in this world, we can ignore somebody, but we ignore somebody with dvesh bhavana. We hate him, that's why we ignore him. But here Patanjali Muni says, the moment you hate him, you will not be able to focus on sadhana. You cannot develop hatredness towards them. You can ignore him, don't establish contact with that counselor or it could be your any family member also. You know that that family member is doing drug business or sharab business. He's having his own liquor company, or he is doing non-veg business. You know that he is adharmi. You don't have to go and establish contact with him, but if he comes to your house without invitation, he comes to your house for some work, and you cannot do dvesh with him. Here Patanjali Muni says, if he comes to your house, then just normal greet, normal say hi, hello, he asks water, give him water, he is sitting with your house, speak to him. The best example, Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna completely follows this sutra. See Sri Krishna's life in Mahabharata. Sri Krishna was hated by Duryodhana and family. Sri Krishna was several times, there was an effort taken by Duryodhana and his family to kill Sri Krishna also. Sri Krishna knows it, but still Sri Krishna goes to their place, and then normally he will do normal vyavahar. Formality he will do, but he will never do dvesh on them. But when Duryodhana asks, okay, you please stay here tonight, please stay in my house, Sri Krishna says, no, I will go to Vidurji's palace. I will not stay here, I will go there. Samanya Vyavahar, very formal behavior. Even you know that Duryodhana is a papi, Duryodhana is a adharmi, Duryodhana and their total brothers are trying to kill Sri Krishna and other people, good people. Then also Sri Krishna did not develop hatredness towards them. He did formality with them. Similarly, we must learn to do formality with even adharma. Apunya shileshu upeksham. Upeksha means try to ignore them, but when they come in front of you, you cannot say, if you try to ignore them, if somebody is coming in front of you, if you say go away, then you will say it with your hatred, dvesh bhavana, and that dvesh bhavana will not allow you to focus on your meditation. So when you do these four things with sukh, with people who are having sukh ki sadhan, people who are having all the facilities to attain sukh, with them establish friendship. People who are in dukh, people who do not have any facilities, people who are extremely poor, people who are in pain and diseased and with leprosy and suffering, try 100% do daya from your heart, if possible help them. Third is Punya Atma. When you know somebody who is a Punya Atma, Dharma Atma, do not become jealous with him. Try to always become happy in your mind and intellect that at least he is doing some Dharma Prachara. I am not doing anything, at least he is doing, so try to become happy inside you. And fourth one, if somebody is a Adharma Atma, Upeksha, try to ignore him or her, but do not do Dvesh Bhavana within your heart. All these things are in bhavana. In your mental level, you must do all these things. When you do something in mental level, automatically physical level also you can do that. Without hating somebody, you are greeting somebody in your heart. If that person comes in front of you, you will all automatically greet also without dvesh bhavana. So by doing this, what Vyas Muni says, Vyas Muni writes in the Sutra, Vyas Muni says, evamasya bhavana bhavayatah shuklo dharma upajayate. Shuklo dharma. When you do these four things, shukla dharma means shuddha dharma. You will become a shuddha dharma atma. And that karma will become shuddha karma. Ekdam 100% shuddha karma. Then what happens? Tatascha chittam prasidati prasannam ekagram sthiti padam labate. When you do this, your chit will become prasanna, and when the chit becomes prasanna, you can go towards ekagra stage. Ekagra stage is the first stage. With the ekagrata, you can attain the first stage of samadhi. So by doing these four things, this will take you towards samadhi. So why not we do these four? We must try, but every day, knowingly, unknowingly, we have krodh inside us, and somebody somebody has done doka to us. Like, we were friends. There are two people who are friends all along, 10 years, 15 years, they are friends. One guy they are doing business together, they are buying house together, whatever it is, they have been investing together, and suddenly the other guy finds out that this guy has been cheating for last 10 years. Most of his money are taken away by him. Suddenly he finds out, so they separate. In that case also, this guy should not do dvesh with him. He can ignore him, but when he comes in front of him, he must greet in saman. He can do upeksha, he can ignore and run away, but when he comes in front, then he must do normal greeting. This is what, when you do this kind of behavior, the person who has cheated, he will also feel bad within him, and the person who is a victim, he will because of no dvesh bhavana, he will become prasanna, his chit will become happy. When his chit becomes happy, he will forget everything and do sadhana, and that sadhana will lead us to ekagrata, and that ekagrata will lead to sampragyata samadhi. When somebody attains sampragyata samadhi, that's a high stage, impossible for us to imagine. But here Patanjali Muni says, when you follow these basics, you will attain that one day. And from sampragyat samadhi, the next samadhi, asampragyat, will happen in due course of time. So this is very, very important sutra for all of us. In the bhavana, don't establish, I'm not saying that go and establish friendship with Mukesh Ambani. Mukesh Ambani has got all the facilities of the world. You cannot establish friendship also in physical level, but mental level you can have Maitri Bhavana. Okay, he is growing, let him grow. He is doing his hard work, let him grow. One question can come. If you know somebody is a adharma atma and he is having all the facilities of sukha, then what to do? Then you must ignore him, because he is having facilities because of his adharma karya. Somebody is selling flesh, killing the cow, and then he has earned crores of rupees. Then you cannot have Maitri Bhavana within you. You should have Upeksha Bhavana. But that Upeksha Bhavana, that is ignoring him without dvesh, without hatredness, this is important. So you must analyze this sutra in a broader sense and try to always make your mind and chit happy. When your chit is happy, then you can focus on meditation, and when you focus on meditation, one day ekagra vritti will come, and when ekagra vritti comes, we will attain samadhi. Such a wonderful sutra. I'm also trying to practice this on a daily basis. You also try it. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.